We had it good. You gotta respect me. We had it all. We got a vision. We got a plan. I need you to be like Martin Luther King's wife, Coretta Scott King. I need you to be like Michelle Obama. I need. Because the person doesn't even hear it. It doesn't even register. Your needs are not important at the moment because they don't care.
Really though, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No, do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you.
If you're ever in a position where you got to negotiate for someone to respect you, then you were not in a position to negotiate. Let's just start there. That's the basics. When you were arguing for the bare minimum of respect, you were not going to get it, because arguing to get respect from somebody makes them respect you less. The fact you're even sitting there arguing about it. That's the major lesson, the major takeaway. Let me break it down for you. Perhaps a little story time, okay? You ever been out maybe somewhere on a date with somebody from online, you've met them and you're excited to meet, and you get there and you're at the restaurant or the bar, and all of a sudden they're just on their phone. And it's cool for like a moment. And you're like, hey, you're on your phone a lot. They're like, yeah, well, I'm dealing with an issue with my mom or my roommate. Let me just handle this really quick. You go, okay, cool. You have a little bit more patience, and then it keeps continuing. You've ordered food now, the appetizers, the drinks come. All of a sudden you're 10 minutes in and this person is still on their phone with no breaks in between. And you go, hey, I paid for you to be here. And they say to you something like, you can't buy me. You don't own me just because you paid for me to be here. You go, that's not what I meant, I'm sorry. Maybe you apologize, you brush it off for a bit. And then it continues another 5 minutes. Now we're at 15 minutes. You're there at this dinner and the person is on their phone still. And maybe you're halfway through the meal at this point, right? Or halfway through your drinks. And you say, hey, listen, I don't know what to do here. It's still on your phone. I thought it'd be a brief time. And they say to you, yeah, well, if it's my mom or my roommate, I'm always gonna answer first. So this is a true story that actually happened to me. At that moment, I got up and I went to the bathroom. Like a movie, I washed my hands, put some water there, splashed it on my face, looked at myself deeper in the reflection of the mirror. And I was like, you gotta go, man. You can't be here. Sometimes you need that moment. You take that break away for a second. I walked back into the room after that, put my money on the table, I paid, and I walked out. That's why you always want to have cash on you in hand when you go on a date with somebody. Have cash, not card. Because could you imagine me going, waiter, bring the check? And they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. And the waiter comes, and they have the ATM machine, they got to bring it back again. And like, it's not smooth, right? It's not a smooth transaction. So I'm like, hey, paid it cash with my cash, walked out. She chased after me and said, hey, what's going on? I explained to her. But that doesn't change the behavior of somebody, right? When you find yourself in a position with anybody, like the John Majors audio cassette we just listened to, let's take a moment and listen to this Jonathan Majors audio cassette again.
A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything.
Because there's nothing wrong here with him saying, I got a plan, I got a vision for us. That's probably why she liked him. She was attracted to a man with a hustle and ambition. However, that's not enough. At any point when you have somebody on your team that you're working with or a relationship you have, the person could check out of the plan at any time. Nothing makes them stick there or stay there. And that can happen at any moment. The person could start off being great, and then later on down the road, you figure out it's not what it was before. But we sometimes get attached to the good memories of how things used to be, right? How that relationship used to be, waking up in the morning, having coffee together, cuddling moments in bed as the sun comes through the window on a Sunday morning, flipping on the TV, watching this certain show on Netflix you guys had together. And then you're like, yeah, this is how it was. This person was always having my back. We were always supporting each other. I helped them get that job. They helped me do this. They helped them do that. We did that together. We've been each other's family. We went on this trip. We had this memory. We made these commitments. But at any point, the person could check out and start disrespecting you. And you cannot renegotiate that respect. The only way you can obtain that respect for yourself is you have to stand up and exit the situation, the restaurant, the relationship. And then, only then is there a possibility that the person may decide on their own terms to rationally process in their mind that they should make an adjustment in their behavior and come back to you. But if you don't leave, they don't have that adjustment. It has to be on their own terms. It has to be when they're ready. They have to come to that conclusion in their head that, yeah, you know what? Oh, this person left. Could I have done something perhaps to have triggered that in my own behavior? I don't know. Let me think about it. Let me go and ponder it. Let me ask my friends. And then they go ask their friends, they think about it, and their friends are like, yeah, you were kind of a jerk. You go, oh, I was? Oh, I must have done something wrong. I didn't know that. Okay, yeah. And then maybe the door is open. It's presentable for them to make the change in their behavior. But it doesn't happen automatically. It doesn't happen if you insist and you yell, we had it good. You got to respect me. We had it all. We got a vision. We got a plan. I need you to be like Martin Luther King's wife, Coretta Scott King. I need you to be like Michelle Obama. I need. Because the person doesn't even hear it. It doesn't even register. Your needs are not important at the moment because they don't care. You cannot talk somebody into caring. And that's why you got to leave. Your attention is the most powerful tool you have in your arsenal. Simple and plain. No ifs, no buts. That is the bottom line. If you withdraw that attention, that is the only thing you have at that point. Your money is not valuable. Your fame is not valuable. Your high value man is not valuable. Nothing. The only thing you have at that point with your back up against the wall is your attention. That's the only currency you possess. And you must withdraw that currency of attention from the social bank account in the interaction in that moment. If you wait to do it later, it doesn't work. If you wait until the next day, it doesn't work. If you wait till a text when the person gets home, actually, I thought about it and you were rude to me, it doesn't work. They can't respect you. They cannot respect you. Respect comes from executing your power in that moment. And power is what? Decisive action with repercussions. That's what power is. And you have no power because you didn't make a decision in that moment. You didn't leave. That's what I gotta say about that. By the way, if you're enjoying what I'm saying so far, these are concepts I don't put out on the internet very often. I might delete this video in a week or two because it's really hardcore. And I just want to make this video about the topic because it's popular. But if you want to learn not what this is you're learning here, if you want to learn how to incorporate it into your life, then come check me out on the live training program that I do in cities all around the world. You can meet me in person and work with me in your city, in your social life for 3 days. And it's called the boot camp. I'm coming to Bogota, Colombia, Toronto, Montreal, doing Ottawa, doing Oslo, Prague, Budapest, and Amsterdam this year. That's it. So there's a link down here. Click the link. Crazy promo happening right now. You get listen up. You get a $3,000 free gift, which is mentoring. It's an 8-week-long mentoring session. You get that for free if you take the boot camp. That's pretty stupid. I'm actually losing money on it, but it's the end of the year. We want to create an unbelievable offer. And this is the closest thing to an unbelievable offer that we could think of, all right? So just click the link in the description or comments and get that claim up for yourself, all right? Now, and it's sort of wild too because there's this quote, right? You might have heard this quote in the Bible. And you don't have to be spiritual to understand the Bible is great stories of human behaviors and patterns, okay? And in this story, this example, Jesus says, do not throw your pearls, which is your most precious gifts, do not throw your pearls in front of swine, which are pigs. So he's saying, don't give your best things to people who don't deserve it or can't appreciate it. People who aren't ready for it. Pigs can't appreciate jewelry and diamonds. What's a pig gonna do with diamonds? You shouldn't even be thinking of giving diamonds to a pig or pearls to a pig. They don't know what that is. They want grain. They want to put their nose in manure. So don't put your pearls before swine. Why? He goes on. That part, if that part wasn't enough, there's even more. Because they will trample on you. That means they will step on you, crush you, crush you, crush you. And then to add insult to injury, they will tear you into pieces. So they will then add verbal problems to you and to your family and to your social circle and to your business, as we were seeing with Jonathan Majors. Now, it's not to excuse the guy, not to say he's a perfect dude or he doesn't have anger management issues or the relationship was not toxic on both ends. I believe that it was. There's definitely signs of that. I think it's definitely manipulation when he says, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill myself or I'm gonna hurt myself. I didn't want to live anymore. That's like emotional manipulation, right? They both shouldn't have been in that relationship. But as the person who has the more value in the situation, you got to say to yourself, that is you watching this, you're a high value person on your way to becoming a man in your prime. Even if you're a lady watching this, for all the 3.28 women that watch this channel, most of them are probably my exes. This is important for you as well. You cannot stay in those situations. You cannot throw pearls in front of swine. You'll be trampled into pieces. You must leave before that. I can't even hang around people that got nothing to lose. They're the scariest people to me because they can resort to stealing a chocolate bar from a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, and all of a sudden now the police are here and I got problems when I'm traveling international. Now, that's never happened, God forbid, but I've been in some stupid situations. I put myself around some stupid people who had nothing to lose, and I definitely backfired in my face, and I wouldn't do that again. So as you develop, you can't hang around everybody. You can't be hanging around people you used to. You can't be associating with those people because they see no harm in what they're doing, and they're right for themselves. What they're doing is fine for them and where they're at, but you have to make a decisive action that needs to cut off certain people in your life when you're at a certain point, when you're on the up and up and you're working towards something. If you don't have what you want yet, even if you're working towards it, if those people aren't moving to the same momentum and energy, cut yourself off. You cannot sit there and try to rationalize and reason people into respect. You cannot negotiate respect. It's not happening. It's not possible. Anyways, you like what you see and you want to see more. I got a Jonathan Majors video. I'll try to find it, put up in the corner over here. Play us some more of my coaching over here and subscribe, like the video if you haven't already. It's important to like the video because otherwise YouTube algorithm hates this stuff. All right. See you in the next video. Let's keep it going. GG.